Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I said this many times before. I very much dislike when my predictions are coming true, or at least they go in that direction. Why? Because I usually predict something bad, and that is because I talk about the hypocrisy or the lies of some. And I say, this is the goal. I predict this is what's going to happen because those guys are lying. And when they're about to, fulfill my prophecy, all right, then I don't like it. I mean, I like it because how should I put it? I'm satisfied. I say, okay, I knew that's what's going to happen, but I don't like it because the outcome is going to be negative for some people. What's going on here? The Kerch Bridge, the Crimean Bridge, will be destroyed. I told you, and who's going to do that? It's going to be the Ukrainians using, guess whose missiles? The German TAURUS missiles. I made a video yesterday. Here, voila, it is. And in this one, in the title, Merz, the possibly new baboon in charge of Germany, the chancellor, to give TAURUS missiles to Ukraine. This comes from an article right here. I usually use two articles. Next German chancellor ready to arm Ukraine with TAURUS missiles. Merz backs TAURUS missiles for Ukraine, eyeing a Russian supply line. And I said, well, what the hell? What's the goal? What are they going to hit with the TAURUS missiles? What's the jewel? The prize? Well, the prize is the Kerch Bridge. The baboons came today and said, Merz came. The Germans, not the Ukrainians, came and said, well, I think that the TAURUS missiles that the conservative, these are the tools of the globalists, the same guys that were after Scholz. Scholz eroded his persona, now they got another garbage with a different ugly motherfucking face. Anyway, so what do we have here? It says, we're going to help Ukrainians hit the Kerch Bridge. You see how he says it. It's not like, oh, we're going to do it. But it's a good idea if they use TAURUS to hit that. I mean, it's a very important target. It's like, not hints, pointing out. So let me show you the article. And then we have Mr. Medvedev, who calls Mr. Merz a Nazi. All right, let's go to the next, to the main article, actually. Here it is. DPA International. Germany's future chancellor angers Moscow with Crimea Bridge comments. This leader. Now, if this would be my father, I don't know. I don't want to say more than that. So here, my friends, you go to this video. I'm not going to go over that again. And in this video, I discussed how this guy lied to the German electorate, to the constituency, by pretending that he's a conservative. Well, actually, he's not. Remember, Scholz was the only one on the left. I'm just going to make a little bit of history. Scholz was the only one on the left who said no TAURUS missiles to Ukraine, and no TAURUS missiles. Pistorius was infantile, Annalena Baerbock was. A lot of people were over there. Zimmermann, or whatever her name is, from the Bundestag, and many others. And the only one were on the right. The Alternative for Deutschland said no missiles, that's it, the war should end. They are conservatives, far right. This guy, supposedly, whatever this is, this looks, who looks like Eichmann. Don't you think he looks like Eichmann? Oh my God. Eichmann? Adolf Eichmann. I'm going to show you. Oh my God, I just realized now that he looks like someone. So, this now conservative on the right says we're going to do what the other guy said we're not going to do. And that is, let me read it for ya. Let me put it right here. So we put it beautifully so we don't get dizzy. Here it is. Germany's incoming chancellor, Baboonstein. He's not a Baboonstein, he's just a baboon. Friedrich Merz has drawn sharp criticism from Moscow by suggesting that destroying the Russian bridge to the annexed Ukrainian peninsula of Crimea could help Kiev's war effort. And this is Dmitry Medvedev said, quote unquote, think twice. Nazi, wrote the former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. In an interview with German ARD, public broadcasters on Sunday, Merz said the Ukrainian military needs to come out of the defensive and suggested that destroying the bridge, the most important link from Russia to Crimea, could help. And the idea was, we have to destroy, where is that? Right here. Russian supply line. That's what they need to destroy, the baboon said. Let me look for Eichmann. Shouldn't we? Let me read further here. Merz also reiterated his long-standing openness to sending long-range TAURUS cruise missiles to Ukraine. So he had this long-range, oh, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm open. No, he knew. His electorate probably did not know. Why? Because now the alternative for Deutschland surpassed the baboons coalition of CDU, fuck me you. Okay, they destroyed that. So that means the population doesn't want the majority of our population vote, right? Right now it's, I think, 25% is alternative for Deutschland, and Merz's coalition, two parties, conservatives, are 24. So they dropped from 28, supposedly they got elected. Elections in Germany, like in America and everywhere else, in a democratic way. Vote, we're going to count the vote, and the outcome is going to be the one we tell you it is. All right, so let's read further what the Russians' reaction is. And I'm quoting, Friedrich Merz is haunted by the memory of his father, who served in Hitler's Wehrmacht, Medvedev wrote, using the pejorative Russian terms for Germans. Actually, this is a term in Romania. It used to be in the 50s, 60s, 70s, Fritz. Medvedev, who now serves as the deputy chairman of the Russian Security Council, accused the conservative. He's not a conservative. If he would be conservative, he would sit down on Germany and take care of German people over there, not go in other countries and do what he's doing. That's for the liberals, to liberate other people. Of seeking to escalate the war in Ukraine. Now let me ask you this. Oh, here. Merz is said to be appointed as German chancellor in early May after his center-right bloc won parliamentary elections in February with 28%. Anyway, and he's going to make an alliance with the socialists, with Mr. What's his name? Scholz. Can you believe that? So it's like the devil with the God, with the divinity. They're going to make an alliance and they're going to rule the world together. That would be nice, but you know, one is looking for something and the other one's looking for something else. The same here. These guys are looking like this, the other guys like two eyes, like that. Like, how do you call those? The snail's eyes. That's exactly how I'm going to call the new coalition in Germany the snail eyes. Because one is looking, and the other one, but they are leading. When the snail is like, where should I go? Oh my, okay. All right, here it is, my friends. Let's go and see the map, see where the Kerch Bridge is, and then see the reactions to that. Here is the map of the Crimean Peninsula in the Black Sea. Kerch Bridge is located exactly, clearly here. You see this? But the problem is, why are the Germans involved in Ukraine's war? I mean, what this baboon is not Stein. I will call this Eichmann from now on. That's it. In Germany, coalition, I will call it the snail coalition. For that reason, I will always make that point. So this is the Kerch Bridge, and he says, well, these guys need to hit it. The way they will hit it will be only by flooding the Russian air defense systems. I said that, and that's exactly how they're going to do it. I am certain of that. There you go. Here. Why? Because if you swarm them, it's like you have a gun. You have to reload. And sometimes it's too many coming, you don't have time to hit everybody, and one is going to hit you. So you go with, I don't know, about 100 drones, zoop, and you go with about 30 missiles. I guarantee you 10 will hit a target. Sorry for the Russians, but that's true. They will be swarmed, and that proved before. They tried, they tested it. They hit Kerch, the city, a while ago, like a year ago with Nordstrom, with Storm Shadow missiles, with the Scalp missiles. And let's see what the Russians are saying. This is the response. Ukrainska Pravda. Kremlin threatens escalation if Germany supplies TAURUS missiles to Ukraine. I think the escalation should include, we're going to send you a Oreshnik missile or two. That's it. I guarantee you Eichmann will think twice. Or, if he's an imbecile, he's going to keep going. What escalation? And Medvedev, Peskov says, the Kremlin has reacted negatively to statements by Germany's incoming Chancellor Friedrich Merz regarding the potential supply of long-range TAURUS missiles to Ukraine. In an interview published on 13 April, Merz said he would be willing to transfer TAURUS missiles to Ukraine provided there was coordination with European partners. That means we are in charge. Got it? Peskov said, judging by Mr. Merz's remarks, he is in favor of strengthening Ukraine's position and supports actions that will likely and inevitably lead only to further escalations on the situation around Ukraine. I would say no, that would go straight to your country and you personally. That's what I would do if I mean, you are at war with me. Don't tell me you're just looking around and giving jerk-offs to the Ukrainians, free service. I don't think so. It's even worse than that, because with those missiles, you're gonna destroy our infrastructure that we consider being ours. So my interest is gonna be destroyed with your means. What are you talking about? Motherfucker. Anyway, so let's go with Mr. Medvedev. Medvedev brands incoming German Chancellor a... The former Russian leader slammed Friedrich Merz over a purported threat that Kiev could use Berlin-supplied missiles to destroy the Crimean Bridge. That will do it. Now here, Merz, the leader of the Christian, so he's a Christian, but hey, I'm going to give those guys weapons to destroy that. I mean, look at Democratic Union, it's a union. Partly, and the likely further leader, said that he's going to provide that. The most important connection between Russia and Crimea, Merz said. All right, Kiev should in future use Western-supplied missiles to go on the offensive and destroy, for example... I mean, let's say the Russians would say, how about the Houthis should strike, for example, Washington, D.C.? Or let's say the Palestinians or those organizations in the Middle East, I don't know, should hit, let's say, New York City, or some places in Florida. Do you think that if let's say it's Putin saying that, how do you think that would be perceived? As such, as what are you talking about? You instigate to violence those guys to kill those guys. What's going on here? It's not like that portrayed at all. It's portrayed as a hero, Mr. Eichmann. So I think the same thing is what he says. Chancellor candidate Friedrich Merz, all right, is haunted by the memory of his father, who served in Hitler's Wehrmacht. Now, Merz has suggested a strike on the Crimean Bridge. Think twice. Naughty. All right. So, according to the media reports, Merz's father, Joachim, was conscripted into the Wehrmacht, the unified armed forces of Nazi Germany. Around 1941, his grandfather, Joseph Paul Savigny, has also been a member of the Nazi party since 1933. All right, so, well, what can I tell you? You're not responsible for other people's actions. Only the Germans are held responsible by one entity on this planet for something they didn't do. So the current dwellers of Germany, regardless if are newcomers like Turks or Romanians or other people coming over there and becoming Germans overnight, they're also guilty of the Holocaust that occurred in the Second World War. That's what it is. How baboonish, but it's true. You know why? Because those guys who blame the Germans have collective punishment in their little book. Okay? To the seventh generation. How you like my thumb? Okay. My doing. I'm a paramedic. So here, my friends, I don't hold people accountable for their parents' actions. But if you hold them about the Holocaust, then you should hold Merz about his parents. To what generation? I mean, we should go to Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's how you pronounce it, not Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. His father was in the Nazi party, wasn't he? Do I hold Schwarzenegger responsible? No, but Schwarzenegger is a tyrant. Remember when he was talking about the masks and the mandates here? He said, fuck your freedoms. That's what, screw your freedoms. That's what he said. That means listen to what the government tells you. Be afraid, wear all those things. That Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is the Eichmann. Listen, my Eichmann. Adolf Eichmann. And we're going to go to images. I swear. All right, let's go and see which one you want me to pick. I'm giving you. So remember, this is the guy, and Eichmann is. Where are you? Right there. Yeah, let's get this one. A little bit more hair. No, we don't like that. Jesus Christ, superstar. No, maybe this one. Come on, man. Give me that thing. Where's the freaking picture, man? Eichmann, the bomb. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? This. You see? You have to bypass. You have to be Romanian. So this and this. Now you tell me if that's not... if that's not freaking... Okay, all right, here. Maybe this is even better. I'm going to use this as a thumbnail. He looks Jewish to me, but hey, that's stereotyping, right? Boom, bang, para-pa-pa. Okay, I made my point. So, my friends, these guys will do it and will strike the Kerch Bridge. The answer is, what is Russia going to do to Germany? Not, you go to the origin. You don't go to the pistol. You go to the person who handles the pistol. Otherwise, pistol, God damn it. You don't do that. You get person. So the person here is the conservative Merz. Now, if he is conservative and he's open to send her, on the contrary, he says, yeah, I'm thinking of, how can he be conservative center-right? Why do I say center? Because people like to be in a center. Weak people. It's true, media aura est. No, middle is golden. That is, you don't want to be too extreme. But if you don't want to be to the extremes, sometimes you have to. Because if you're not going to explore. You think that Vasco da Gama or Vespucci or Drake or Columbus, if they would have been media aura est, the explorers, for instance, we would have known shit? Or others? No, we wouldn't. The great explorers, the scientists, these guys have to have courage, have to go to the extreme sometime to break the ceilings. All right. So, my friends, what will the Russians do? They should not go to the pistol. They should go to the source. But I haven't heard anything like this. Only from, what's his name, sometimes Medvedev. I mean, if I fight a neighbor, or you fight a neighbor, and you're winning, and your guy, they shoot you, you die here, they die over there, and then you got a neighbor who's gonna help them destroy your family. Let's say some of members of your loved ones. What would you do to that neighbor who just helps? You're 100% involved. I will switch my cannon and from Navarone, and boom. That's what I would do. But hey, I'm a bad dude. It seems like the Russians are much, much milder. No, I think they know much, much more. And they are more diplomatic than this. Some of them criminals. So, Mr. Eichmann, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.